Okay, good day, grade 7 student.
Good day po, sir.
Hi. How are you today?
We're good. Tired. I'm hungry.
Are you excited for our new discussion for today?
Yes, sir.
Great. So, before we proceed to our discussion, I have here an icebreaker to energize your brain before we proceed to our new discussion. So, based on this picture, what do you think is the correct word? Okay, Miss Juliet Lamia.
I think it's about time.
Okay, that's right. So, next. So, how about this? Steve.
I think for temperature.
That's correct. The next one, Mr. Christian.
I think it's atmosphere.
Very good. So, it's atmosphere. Great job. So, based on this activity, what did you observe based on this activity? So, what do you think is our lesson for today, class? Do you have any idea?
It's all about atmosphere.
Yes.
Layers
Very good.
of atmosphere.
Yes. So our topic for today is the layer of atmosphere. So, but before we proceed, let me present to you the learning objectives. Class, please read.
At the end of this lesson, students will be able to identify the different layers of the atmosphere, label the properties of layers of the atmosphere, see, appreciate the importance of the atmosphere in our daily life.
Thank you. To proceed, let us first unpack the difficult terminologies. Okay. What do you think is the first layer of atmosphere? Do you have an idea? Wala. So the first layer is the thermosphere. So, who wants to read? Miss Bibel?
Troposphere, first layer of lowermost layer. It is 4 to 12 miles from surface of the earth, where weather changing occurs. Human lives in this layer, where commercial airplanes fly. Air is warmer near the ground and gets colder higher up. Temperatures decreasing with height.
Okay. Next. And class, make sure to familiarize those words, and because after this, I will give you an activity. So the next layer is the stratosphere. So once to read. Miss Christine.
Stratosphere. It is about 31 miles from the Earth's surface. Ozone layer is abundant here and it hits the atmosphere while also absorbing harmful radiation from the sun. The air here is very dry and it is about 1,000 times thinner than it is at sea level.
So third layer, yeah, which is here. So once you read the third layer, Miss Jessa, yeah, Miss Jessa.
The mesosphere, third layer, about 35 to 50 miles from the Earth's surface. It is the coldest part of the Earth's troposphere, where the temperature begins to fall and reaches as low as 184.
The third layer is the thermosphere. So once you read, this can be added.
Thermosphere. It is a fourth layer. It is about 50 to 400 miles from the Earth's surface. This is where the space shuttles flew and where the International Space Station orbits the Earth. This is where the auroras occur. The temperature is very high in this layer, and it may even reach over 2000 degrees Celsius, temperature decreasing with height.
Okay, thank you. So the last layer is the exosphere. So once you read, Miss Ayla.
The fifth layer of the outermost layer, about 6,200 miles above the Earth's surface. The air is thinnest in the layer. It is composed of very widely dispersed particles of hydrogen and helium. This is where satellites are stationed. Temperature is increasing with height.
Okay, thank you. So now, since you are only 6 students in this class, so I will divide you into two groups. This will be the group 1 and group 2. And here's the materials. So we have an activity entitled Label Me. So the instruction is listen. In each group, you are going to label the properties of the layer of the atmosphere assigned to your group and identify the things that commonly found in each layer. But before we start, let me present to you the rubrics. The scoring rubrics. So, okay, for knowledge, 5 points. The knowledge points, if you show complete and understands of the task, and 3 points, so substantial understanding for a task, and 2 points for response shows understanding of the task. And the presentation was clear, 5 points, and 3 points, the presentation is not clear, and the lowest point is 2 points if the presentation is not clear. And for teamwork, the members are on task and have defined responsibilities at all times. And 3 points if the member have defined responsibilities most of the time. And the lowest point is 2 points if the member do not know their task and have no defined responsibilities. So I think 15 minutes is enough to finish your activity. We will now start. Wait, please. And after you finish that activity, please choose one representative in each group to present your work in front. You have 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay. I think each group is already done. Okay, group 1, please present your work.
So good day everyone. So in our group, we are able to label the properties and identify the thing that commonly found in each layer of troposphere and stratosphere. So in troposphere, the properties are, this is the lowest layer extending from Earth's surface up to about 7 to 20 kilometers. Commonly found, air, clouds, weather systems, aircrafts, birds, insects, and pollution. While in stratosphere, the properties are extending from about 20 kilometers to 50 kilometers. Temperature increases with altitude due to the ozone layer. And commonly found, ozone layer, aircraft, weather balloons, and aerosols. That's all
Thank you. So group 2 is your turn.
OCG.
Review advance the business the presentation of Group 2. So for the guide question, label the properties and identify the thing that commonly found in each layer of mesosphere, thermosphere, and mesosphere. So for the properties found in mesosphere, so extend from about 50 km to 85 km. And commonly found in mesosphere, meteor burn up in this layer, leaving behind meteoric smoke. So for the thermosphere properties, above the mesosphere extending from about 25 km to 600 km. So the commonly found in thermosphere, highly energized radiation from the sun satellites, and the ionosphere where Ross occurs. So for the last, the properties of exosphere, the outermost layer extending from about 600 km to 10,000 km. So we commonly found in exosphere, satellites orbiting the Earth, and atoms and molecules escaping into space. So, just-
Okay, thank you, Mr. Christian. So a round of applause for the So now for the ratings. For the knowledge, for group 1, I will give them 5 points. And for presentation, another 5 points. And teamwork, I'll give them 4 points. And for group 2, knowledge, I'll give them 5. And for presentation, 5 points and 5 points. So, for group 1, you have total of 14 points. And for the group 2,
Perfect.
So now, for you to better understand our discussion, I have here 2 boxes. And this red box is full of your name, and this blue box is full of questions. So now, I will pick one. I will pick the lucky one who answered the question in this box. So okay, the lucky one is Miss Shinami Pastor.
Magaling.
is the coldest layer of atmosphere? Why?
Because it is where the temperature begins to fall and reaches a low of negative 184 degree Fahrenheit or negative 123, 120 degrees Celsius. About 35 to 50 miles from Earth's surface.
Okay, that's correct. So the mesosphere receives very little energy directly from the sun. The carbon dioxide and water vapor that absorb and radiate heat are less abundant on this altitude. So the next one, to answer, ay nalaba.
Ay, malaba.
Christian James. Malaysia. Okay. Nalaba. Please read your question.
So my question is, which layer of atmosphere contains the weather we experience daily on the world? So according to the question, I think it's troposphere. So it's contained the weather we experience daily. This is because weather is driven by convection.
Okay, that's correct. So the troposphere contains the weather we experience daily. This is because weather is driven by convection or the rising and falling of air due to temperature differences. Yeah. So another question. Ay,
Name.
another name.
Latin name.
Lucky name or Miss. May name cambiado.
Latin name.
Okay. Your question. So, why are satellites placed in the exosphere? Exosphere.
Can you please repeat the question?
Why are satellites often placed in the exosphere?
Because satellites can contain their orbits because of the thermosphere thin atmosphere, which provides this atmosphere cool.
Okay, that's correct. So, because the exosphere has a thin atmosphere, over minimal atmospheric drag, allowing the satellites to maintain their orbits for extended period without requiring frequent adjustment. So, for the last question, is the last one. So the last question. Okay, Miss Jessa Barcenas. Kasi naman.
Why do most commercial airplanes fly in the tropics?
Why?
Okay, so
Why?
because airplanes fly best in the lower troposphere because the denser air provides more lift.
Very good, that's correct. So, because the air density is higher in the lower troposphere, it provides greater lift for So that's all. Do you have any question?
None, sir.
Or any or additional information?
None, sir.
If none, that's all for my